What's up, everybody? Back with another Fair Shake review, and this time we're going to be talking about the self-titled project by Shelley, formerly known as DRAM. DRAM of broccoli fame and Cha Cha. I like the Cha Cha. So he's back. And then Cash Machine. Oh man, he had some really good stuff on that album. Like, okay, so I've always wondered what in the world happened to John, man. Like, he had an energy about him that was just fun, and I loved it. And even checking out the project that he did, like after the big blow up, had some good songs on it. But it really seemed like he wanted to lean more into the R&B stuff, and like I liked like where he was coming from. Like, you could definitely tell he has a lot of soul R&B influence, especially gospel influence too, with the way he write his melodies, and especially like a lot of the harmonizations and how it was just composed. It's like wow, you could really tell the influence is like deep into that sound. And so with this project, with him reintroducing himself as Shelley, he really goes into the deep end on much more R&B style, instead of kind of like the playful hip hop R&B blend that he's presented before. And I gotta say, it's not something that I'm not necessarily completely into, because even though the writing itself for like melodic lines, like the top line, the melody, it is interesting. The harmonies he chooses are neat. For some reason, even though his voice kind of fits, kind of like having that kind of soulful kind of approach to it, for something about the way I think it's the way it's mixed, but a lot of this just kind of seems like, even though it's like very clean production, it just sounds out of place. Something about it just seems off, and it just makes me feel like, I don't know if it's maybe because some of it sounds too polished and his voice doesn't fit a completely polished production. I don't know if it's something like that, or if it's just that his voice doesn't quite work for this. I don't know what it is. But overall, when it comes to the lyrics, that's when you get to concepts and stuff that I'm like, this is kind of interesting. I never thought this would be kind of like brought up, which is interesting, but I don't know if I'd return to it. But it starts off strong with All Pride Aside with Summer Walker, and I thought like this was a pretty cool start to it. Then Exposure was just kind of it was alright. Something About Us though was like, I liked it. I'm pretty sure this is a cover. Don't hate me. I still need to get very much more familiar with older soul music, because I'm pretty certain this is a cover of old soul song, and because I've heard it before, but I liked it. Then Beautiful. This song is just all about just praising the one that he's in love with, and how beautiful she is, and like comparing a lot of things in nature that are beautiful, but she outshines that, and it's a nice feeling. But just once again, the way it sounds, the way it comes off, for some reason doesn't quite gel with me, and I'm like, I like the sentiment, the idea of the song. Like it doesn't, something about it just sounds off, and I don't want to listen to it more. The laydown with her, I thought, man, maybe this will be it. And Watt, which I'm guessing is the guitarist that has the solo later on in the song. I'm not 100% sure, but this song too is like their collaboration together. It's like you would think, man, these are two very soulful singers. You think getting them together would make you be like, yeah, this is it. But it's still not quite there for me. Then you even get Erykah Badu on the next track with 93 Accurate Vigor, and I'm like the topic itself is in itself is just unique. It's just like, okay, so just, you know, talking about, hey, you know, I'm single, you like, and I'm go out there and do what I gotta do. So you don't have a right to get jealous because you're single too. You be out there, so don't get mad that I'm out here doing what I do too. It's just like, it's true. Like there's definitely people who get jealous. It's like, you know, there's a breakup and then you happen to like you're out having a good old time, you're out with the friends, and you looking at another dude, and then you realize, oh snap, my ex is here. What they doing over there talking to that girl, or the other way around, and then you just like, hey, we're done with. There's no reason to get upset. There's no reason to get jealous. There's no reason to, you know, feel away. And it's just like, hey, you made it this way. It's like, hey, we both broke up. This means that we can date separately. We date other people now. So there's no reason to feel away. This is the situation that we put ourselves in by, you know, breaking up. So it's a very interesting topic, and it was delivered in a way that I thought was kind of interesting. I just don't want to listen to it. Like the way, for some reason, is the sound of it is just like it's almost there. It's almost there, and since it's almost there, it's irritating. And so it's like something is off. I can't figure it out, and now I just don't want to listen to it because I can't figure out what can make it better. Then Married Woman hits, and I almost was like, you know, I might have to hit this junk up. I might have to hit this and add it to it. But then as I thought about it, and then it also is another track that kind of ends with a speech, with like just talking, which happens throughout this whole project. And something about the way he talks, and his voice is so clear and crisp in these little in-between interludes, talking directly to the listener thing, where it almost makes me feel uncomfortable. You like hear all the mouth noises and stuff too, just, and all that. It's just like, it just kind of makes you feel odd. At least it made me feel odd. Cooking with Grease was and then Remedies was finally another one. I was like, okay, I'm rocking with this one. This one is great. I love it. I'm down. We're here. And then it ends off with Rich and Famous, which to me was probably the weakest track to me, which made me kind of sad that it ended on a kind of a low note to me. But like something, I feel bad. Like I feel really bad about not liking this project because I'm just like thinking about how much more I enjoy R&B these days over hip hop. And like when I listen to it, I'm just like, yo, the harmonies he's picking, these beats, it's like, it's great, but something about it is just making me think I don't think it's finished. Like I don't know if that has to do something with the mix, how his voice sounds over it, but the whole time I was just like feeling frustrated because I couldn't pinpoint why I just couldn't get as much out of it as I feel I should have based on the writing. Like there's really truly a love for that old soul kind of stuff, and like you even think of like people like Anderson .Paak doing stuff like that, and I'm like, yo, like this is like fantastic, like throwback tunes, and it really gets that spirit of that, and I feel like Shelley can kind of get the spirit of it too, but something about it is off. I don't know what it is. And so yeah, if you dig like kind of that old soul and slightly neo soul kind of music, I would give it a listen. See if you can enjoy it much more than I did. But there were definitely a couple of songs where I was like, you know, I like this one. This one I can listen to. Like this is how I felt. I felt angry. Like I want to like this, but something about it makes me not. And yeah, that's just how I felt through the whole project. But anyway, that's my thoughts. Tell me what you guys thought down below if you have listened to it. And until next time, much love. Peace. Peace.